What's one thing you used to believe about relationships that you completely changed your mind about?
Well, for starters, I want to say you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You look so beautiful. I
You
like
too.
your pink shirt.
Thank you.
All right.
You look cute.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what's one ideology that I used to believe when it comes to relationships that I don't believe no more because I'm in one right now?
Right.
Well, for starters, I would say, what's it called? When I used to live with my uncle and my aunt, they told me that in a relationship, you shouldn't be constantly with your partner, like your spouse. Like you shouldn't constantly, like we shouldn't be with each other 24/7, and that we should give each other personal space. And like, in a sense, we should be able to create some sort of distancing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be able to do my own thing. You need to do your own thing.
Right.
And like, we shouldn't be clingy in a sense with each other. And that if we are clingy with each other, you know what I'm saying? It in a sense, it kind of like, it doesn't make the relationship work well.
Okay. So the love basically disappears in a way.
The love basically disappears in a way because the feeling of constantly wanting your partner slowly fades away if you're constantly around your partner. So my uncle and my aunt's philosophy was, my uncle would probably spend almost all day, 12 to 15 hours at work, and only should come back in the house for 3 or 4 hours and then go to sleep, and then start the process again the next day. So they believe that not spending too much time with your partner creates that emotional bond in a way.
Oh, so basically it creates distance if you guys are in each other's faces every single day.
Correct.
Okay.
So to them, they believe that by doing that, the emotional bond or the connection continues to stay stronger because I'm not seeing you all the time. So I'm not going to get fed up with you.
Did you believe that though?
When they kept telling me, I started letting that sink in a little bit. I was like, okay, maybe creating distance and not being too close with your partner can continue to allow that feeling of wanting to be with you remain there. You know what I'm saying? I started letting that sink in a little bit,
right?
Until otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
An ideology that I used to think about, and now that we're in a relationship, I don't have anymore. I would say the honeymoon phase will basically fade away. So I used to think that the first couple months or the first 6 months is when the honeymoon phase is very, very strong.
Okay.
And then after that, you guys are just not like in that honeymoon phase anymore. So I used to think that it would fade. But now that I'm in a relationship, I realized that I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't actually fade. I think it got stronger and it got better. We understand each other a lot more than than how we used to understand each other. So yeah, I used to have this mindset, but
so let me ask you, where did that come from? Like who
I think social media. I think social media always said that. If you watch relationship advice and all these relationship reels, you'll see oh, you guys have the honeymoon phase, then you have the argumentative phase, and then the last phase, what is it, babe? I forgot. We spoke about it, but I forgot.
We spoke about it
a long time ago. But what's the last?
I know we have the argumentative phase, the honeymoon phase, the argumentative phase, conflict phase.
I think the last one is just settle. You just I don't know, you guys grow with each other.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say settle because I feel like if you're settling for someone, that person is not for you because you deserve more, but you just tend to just stick with this person.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the last one is you guys grow together or you guys understand each other. I don't know. Comment down below what you guys think.
Yeah.
But I think social media made me think this way because I would always see videos like that. And then I think people that we met would naturally say oh, wait till you have kids or wait till this and that. And I'm like, what do you mean wait till this and this and that? Yes.
So I 100% agree with you. I think for me personally, it was they would tell me, and I mean especially you will find this a lot, especially in African marriages, where it's the man doesn't want to be around his own wife, but he's more excited to be around other people. And it doesn't
other people's wives.
Other people's wives
Yeah.
or just other women or even other guys. It doesn't even have to be, in a sense, wives, but they are more happy to be with someone else, in a sense, having a conversation with someone else than to even be at home to have a regular conversation with their own wife.
Right.
And so that mindset kind of like, in a sense, it creeps into our lifestyle and our ecosystem. And so you can see that most of our African mothers and uncles and our aunties, although they're good people, but they're genuinely not in a happy relationship.
They're not.
They're honestly not happy at all.
Yeah.
If you really pay attention, you can really see that these people are actually not happy.
Like they're happier with the aunties or the uncles rather than their own wives. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. And it's kind of embarrassing because I don't know how the husband or the wife feels when they see their partner like more happy with the aunties and the uncles. Like, I don't know how they feel.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, when my uncle used to tell me this, because I remember when we used to, when we first started talking, we'd be on the phone all the time. Like, we'd just be on the phone. Like, y'all, we was on the phone, like, all the time.
Yeah, every day.
We was talking on the phone so much. And so I remember, like, I was having a conversation. Like, my uncle sometimes would be like, no, it wasn't even my uncle, my aunt. I don't know, she would call my uncle and be like, oh, Collins on the phone with, you know, Mary all the time and stuff like that. Like, you know, they always on the phone 24/7. And they had this mindset where they thought that me being on the phone with you so much, when it's going to get to a certain point, I'm going to burn out, or we're going to just burn out in a sense, like we're not going to want to be with each other, and that attachment will start to fade away.
Right.
Now, the moment I got into a relationship with you, I started realizing that it's completely the opposite. And I'm not saying this to sound as if like, okay, we're
we know it all. Yeah.
experts, you know, or something. But in reality, I feel like I find so much joy, and it took me some time to realize that. But I'm like, I find so much joy doing things with you, because that connection that I could be building with another woman, I'm building that with you. You see what I'm saying? In the same environment. And when you learn, it's like, okay, so look, you can love you. I can love you. There's a difference between me loving you and be like, oh, baby, I love you and stuff like that. And there is learning how to love someone at the same exact time. Like there's the profession of love. Like I can profess that I love you,
right,
and by my actions. But then also there's also another aspect in terms of me learning how to actually love you. And so when you live with someone, although yeah, you may love this individual already, like this is your fiance, he probably just proposed to you, or you know, y'all getting ready to get married, or y'all just got married. Y'all already love each other throughout the whole process. But now when you're living with this individual, you start to see, damn, this is really how this individual really is. And it takes a whole brand new toll on you. And now you're now in a new process where you're now trying to figure out how to love this individual. So, I mean.
Yeah, my mom used to say the same thing when I was on the phone with you. They would be like, oh, stop being on the phone with him. Like, just get off the phone. I don't know what it is with the phone. I think they just don't like the phones. You know, older people just don't like younger people on the phone. And I kind of do understand where they're coming from, because like, I mean, like, think about it. Now that you see teenagers on their phones all the time, or talking to their friends, and like we're having a conversation or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to join us. How do you feel about that? Like, even though you don't care, right? But how would you feel? Like, you feel kind of like you're supposed to be part of this family. You're supposed to be like,
I can definitely feel some time. No, I'm not even going to say I can definitely feel some time. I think I would feel some type of way. Yeah.
So I kind of understand where they're coming from.
I get where they're coming
in a way.
from.
Like, I do get it. But then at the same time, if you already introduced us to your man or whatever the case may be, and we like the guy's a good guy, whatever the case may be, and you want to be on the phone with him, there should be no issue. When there's family time, you have to put your phone away. But it's like they never created family time for us to actually bond together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Instead of just saying, oh, get off the phone. Like, let us know, okay, on Saturdays, guys, we're going to watch a movie together, or this is what we do together as a family. So I already know, like, hey, you know, on Saturday, I'm not going to be on the phone with you, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But communicate. But I feel like the African household, they don't communicate. They don't say what's on their mind. They just tell you, hey, stop doing this, or get off this, you know, get off the phone, stop talking to her, whatever the case may be, without really truly explaining exactly what they need.
Correct.
You know?
Yes. I completely understand. It would be different if, let's just say I didn't have a job, I didn't have something I was doing.
Right.
And I'm just constantly on the phone with you, and I'm not doing nothing with my life. That's a little bit different. But if I'm already doing something with my life, you already know this is the girl I'm locked in with. You know, of course, there's definitely time limits. I can't be on the phone with her like or like,
I mean, you can restrict.
There has to be some kind of balance, because I'm living in your house. But I still feel like there shouldn't be any issues at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there shouldn't be issues, but I'm just saying, like, if they told you, like, Collins, this time or this day, I want us to have or spend family together or family time together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they shouldn't be mad if you're on the phone with your girl all day.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's like they never told us, hey, you know what I'm saying? Saturday, like if your aunt or uncle was saying like, hey, okay, Sundays I'm off. He wants to bond with you. I would really like to bond with you. Not just get off the phone. Because that's what they want, but they don't communicate that in a way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, I'm pretty sure uncle wanted to watch movies with you or whatever the case may be, but you were on the phone with me. It probably bothered him, but he didn't really tell you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like if the communication is there,
it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been better. Like, they wouldn't have an issue, but it's like, and also their mindset, they have a different ideology.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Matter of fact, they do. They have a different ideology, especially when it comes to relationships. They view relationships in a way as more of like a responsibility, more than something that I actually want to be a part of.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be in this relationship for the sake of, oh yeah, I'm a man, I'm a husband, so I have to basically fulfill my responsibilities as a husband. But I want to be in this relationship because I want to be in this relationship.
Yeah.
I want us to grow together. I want us to build together. And so a lot of them, they're like in the relationships as a result of just, for example, oh, I'm a man, I'm a husband, I got kids, I got to go out and work and fulfill my role, and that's it. I come back home, cook food for me, I eat my food. Or you as a woman, you don't have to work, but you take care of the house. You get to live in this house rent free, and I take care of all the bills. And all you have to do is cook and take care of the children. And everybody does their job. And then once in a while,
everybody
we have sex.
has their rules.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody goes to sleep. But then there's like, where is the growth in the relationship? Where is that I'm trying to pour more into you and get to know you more, understand who is my wife. My wife understands who is me, and we grow together and live together, travel, enjoy life together.
Right.
Where is that?
But I think they lack a lot of emotional feelings.
Okay,
I don't know if that makes sense. Like, they love their spouse or whatever, but it's like the emotion isn't there. Like I said, like communication or like just telling their spouse like, hey, I would love this. Or maybe they do, but the mindset is just on a different level. Like, they don't think the way we think.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's a different generation. Like, some woman will be like, oh, I like to stay home. I only stay home. I don't go out. I like to stay home. And I'm like, okay. What's the flex about staying home? Yeah. You see you're miserable. I see that you're miserable, but what? You keep claiming that you like to stay home, you like to cook, you like to clean. Cool, but what do you do for yourself?
Correct.
Who are you? What's your identity as a female? You just stay home? And like, some people will be like, oh yeah, my identity is being a mom or being a wife. Okay, cool. But who were you before that? You know what I'm saying?
Who were you before that?
Who were they?
I strongly agree with that.
Yeah,
I do, and I think we've had this conversation before as well too in the past, that there is more to there's more to a woman than just being a mother.
Yeah,
I think being a mother is a cool thing, and I believe that almost every woman can be a mother. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the capacity to become a mother because of the womb that's inside of you. So if you give birth to a child, it's your responsibility to mother the child. Okay. So yes, you can be a mother, but in the same token, I feel like that shouldn't be your whole complete identity, like you just said. I feel like some women, especially successful women, you will notice that successful women with their husbands, outside of being a mother, outside of being a wife, they also got their own music career. They got their entrepreneur journey. They got something going on for themselves.
So you think that a woman can't just be a mom or a wife? I mean, not a wife, but like a mom. But
just a mom and just be...
Because some people think that's their calling. I'm not saying that I agree, but I'm just saying that some people think that they're called to be a mom, and that mom life is their life. Like, I don't know.
I mean... I'm not, okay, if God has told you that.
So if I tell you, babe, like, I just want to be a mom. Like, I just want to be there for my kids. I want to do that. That's just what I want to do. Like, my content creation, I don't want to do that anymore. It's just too much. I just want to be there, fully attentive to my kid.
I mean, I'm not going to say that what you're doing is absolutely wrong. I just feel like there's just more to it.
Like, what would you tell me if I told you that?
I mean, if you told me that, I would tell you most likely. I was like, okay, baby, I see where you're coming from, but I would try to talk to you and reason with you and try to see if maybe there might be some other things you might want to do.
Like what?
Like, I mean, just, talk to you and try to see if maybe
brainstorm,
some ideas. Okay, baby, what do you think about, also doing this on the side? Or, I'm not saying necessarily you have to go work a 9 to 5, but I mean, like, what other passions or hobbies do you have? Because after the kids stay with you after they reach a certain age. Yeah, although the kids are going to need you for the rest, we're always going to be parents to the kids no matter what. But they're going to go and live their life and enjoy their life and do whatever they got to do.
Right.
But what are you going to do after the fact that you've already parented them? Are you going to adopt more kids to continue the mother journey?
No, how about if they're just like, okay, I'm just a retired, well, you can't be a retired mom, but a retired like baddie. Like you still taking care of the house. You're still putting everything in order, making sure everything is in order. I don't know. Like, I do understand what you're saying. I do get it. But I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you guys think in the comments? Like, I don't know. I'm not a mom, so I don't really know. But if I do become a mom and I feel that, like, I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I'm never going to say it is evil to do that, right? I think it's a good thing that you want to do that. But in the same token, like you said it yourself, there has to be some level of identity.
Yeah.
Because being a mom is not an easy job. And sometimes when you don't have that balance, that's the reason why it's important for a man to be in the house and a woman to be in the house.
Because it gets draining.
It gets draining.
Yeah, it gets draining.
For a man to take care of all the kids by himself, it's hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that the kids are going to lack because a woman brings certain aspects to a child's development that a man can't, no matter what.
Right.
A woman can also do the same, no matter how, know what I'm saying? A woman can be there for a child and raise a son very well, but there's a lot of things the son is also going to lack if the father is also not present. Now, a lot of people can disagree or agree. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Right?
I mean, I think that's true.
For me, I feel like that shouldn't be your whole identity. There has to be balance. That's why it takes two to raise a child.
Okay.
Right? It takes two. Ultimately, for a child to really become the best version of themselves, it takes two. And then second, even if the child reaches a certain age, only growing up with one parent, as they get older, they have to go back and pick up the pieces that they missed out on.
That's true.
Fix that on their journey.
That is so true. That is true. I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because did you grow up with your mom and dad or no?
I grew up with so many people.
I'm talking about your actual parents.
Actual parents, the one that I really grew up with the most was my dad.
Okay, your dad.
I barely grew up with my mom.
Okay, so do you think you're missing some motherly, I'm not going to say do you have mommy issues, but do you think you're missing some aspects like your mom would teach you?
Yes.
Would have taught you if you were living with her? Do you think you're missing something? Like what?
I would say in the beginning, like, if it wasn't for you coming in my life and helping me with that aspect, I would say emotional intelligence.
Okay. Because
women have much more of a deeper sense to emotional intelligence than men do.
Okay. But now, my thing is like, you learn emotional intelligence with me, right? We both learned together. But do you think... Wait, I don't know if you want to add this, but do you think like your mom has emotional intelligence based off of what the conversations you have with her? Because even though you're saying that if your mom was in your life, you would have learned that with your mom, but maybe your mom probably, I'm not saying if she does or not, but she might lack that. So how would you learn that if your mom was with you? You get what I'm saying?
Very good question.
I don't know. Basically, like I'm saying, like, for example, I didn't grow up with my dad. I grew up with my mom. But I am missing a lot of things that I need from a father, right? But when I look at my father, it's like, does he have those characteristics or those traits for me to learn?
I see where you're coming from.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I see exactly where you're coming from. I would say maybe it may not have necessarily been emotional intelligence for my mom,
but
it could have been something else. Nurturing.
Comfort. Yes, because that's true.
Because what it does is it presents a different kind of development in a child, right? It may not be exactly what I'm talking about, but it could be a different form of development, which can ultimately help me in another way.
I understand. Yes, like basically the feminine traits, basically the masculine traits.
Correct.
That you need. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, to become exactly who.
Basically, not exactly like a certain thing that you need to work on, but just that comforting, nurturing care that you needed. Maybe when you were 8 or when you were 9, like those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times where I felt neglected, you know what I'm saying? My mom could have been there too. If
physically,
I'm
saying, yeah.
Exactly.
I know she was there through the phone.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I really do think it's very important to have, 2 parents aside.
Yeah, it is.
On the side. So, coming back to what we're talking about, I think ultimately, I feel like there's a lot of ideologies that are being spread, you know what I'm saying, that are people are constantly talking about, especially when it comes to relationship, that the moment when you get into a relationship, you start to see it for yourself. So my only advice that I'll only give to anybody else, or if I was to go back and talk to myself in the past, I would tell myself, don't listen to any advice that kind of like, you have to pay attention to the advice you listen to, especially when it's negative pertaining to a relationship. And I would say, have this mindset going into a relationship. Think of a relationship as a new training ground. You're learning to explore how you and your partner's dynamic is going to be. So a lot of the ideologies that you're listening from other people, some of them you just got to throw in the garbage and walk into this relationship trying to learn this new person.
Right.
What would you say?
I agree with that. I think for me, I would say the same thing you said, but just go into a relationship knowing that this is you and your partner, not the people around you. Nobody's coming to sleep with y'all in the middle of the bed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? As a couple, it's you and your partner. Do what works for you guys. Don't listen to what people have to say.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you listen to what people have to say, you start to drag your relationship downwards. Because I'm telling you, oh yeah, we shouldn't do this. And you're just like, what? I like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So figure out what your partner actually likes and cater to your partner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Look at his love language, see what he likes. Is it physical touch? Is it quality time? Whatever love language your partner wants or likes, just cater to that and you guys work it out together. Like, I feel like people will give you different advice and stuff, but like I said, if it doesn't apply to you guys, there's no need for you guys to listen to it. Just nod your head and be like, okay. And most of the time, the people that give you unsolicited advice, they're not even happy. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Like, people that just come out of nowhere just to give you advice is like, I was never looking up to your relationship. I was just looking at, wow, the years that you guys actually stayed. The years that you guys actually stayed together and dealt with each other like that and stayed like this, and you guys never changed. Is like, I don't know. You know, like, you guys really stayed that long together, and I could see that you guys are unhappy, but you want to give me relationship advice? Like, what?
It is very important to be very mindful as to who you allow it's very important for you to be very careful as to who you allow to give you advice. There are a lot of people that will give you a whole lot of unsolicited advice
for no reason.
And people that be thinking that their relationships don't like.
I think they look at the years. They look at the years, babe. They look at the years and they're like, oh yeah, we've been together for like 30 years or 20 years. So we already know. And those are the ones that come and tell you, oh yeah, just wait till you have kids, or wait till the honeymoon phase is over, or wait till da, 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 da. I'm like, what do you mean wait till?
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the ideology they start to present. Mm-hmm. And the moment you allow that ideology to take root in your mind, it's going to take root in your ecosystem. It's going to take root in your life. Right. You cannot allow those kinds of thoughts to live in your mind. Let them assume and let them say whatever it is that they want to say. That's their life. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's your life. You're building a brand new life. You're building a brand new chapter. So whatever you decide to do with your partner is very important. You shouldn't be listening to any of those kinds of people. Wait till you have kids. Like this one pastor was telling us, or wait till the kids come. All of this lovey-dovey will cease. What kind of mindset is that? I've been with you for 5 years. By the grace of God, I can say that I've learned to love you. And at the same time, I know how to love you. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know how to love each other. You know, like you said to yourself, you know what your partner wants. Words of affirmation. You got to understand exactly the love language your partner wants. Once you learn and understand these things, you start to realize, okay, this is what my partner really wants. This is what I can do to make it work. Now, when the kids come, the kids are only following what we're already doing.
Yeah, they're just going with the program.
Exactly.
You're not, you know what I'm saying, messing up this program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your kids shouldn't actually change the dynamic of your relationship. Your kids should only enhance the dynamic of your relationship and even make it better. Right. Because now you're spreading the love that you have for each other onto them, and you're teaching them how to actually love each other. It's very important.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next. Make sure you guys go ahead and order our flashcards. It's going to be in the description below. Thank you. Bye.